Hey, yo, what is up, my fellow sugars? It's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here. Bringing you guys the WPL Week 6 battle against DS, my boy Derek, and the Birmingham Vulpix, whatever it is, I don't know, plural of Pokemon. So this is a postcom. I'm just gonna straight up tell you why. There was a piece of hacks in this game that really upset me, and the rest of the game, I was just in an awful mood. I was just the most pessimistic person ever. Throughout the rest of the game, I was just like, oh, he's just gonna crit this move, huh? He's gonna get the burn. I'm just gonna miss a toxic, whatever it is. I just hated my attitude, dude. Like, it's not because I'm salty. I mean, I was definitely salty about the hacks, but I mean, I'm not salty about the rest of like the game as a whole, right? If that made any sense at all, I'm sorry. And like, there's no point being negative in a YouTube video, right? Because there's so much negativity in the world already, in the Pokemon community and in the world. Like, there's no point being negative in a YouTube video, and I'm not gonna make you guys watch that garbage, you know? So I'm gonna make it up to you guys, do a post-com, and I'm just gonna still go through each of my plays, explain why I did it at the time. I'm not gonna have any hindsight involved with this. So hope you guys enjoy. And looking at his team right here, he brought the Bulu, which is really surprising in my opinion, because I do have a Celesteela. It kind of hard walls it unless it's like +2 Z superpower or something. He brings a Hariyama, which is no surprise. He brings a Empoleon, Hoopa U, Zard X, and the Xurkitree. In Mox, Xurkitree was a monster. I needed to keep one ground healthy, at least one ground healthy, at the end of the game, because Scarf Xurkitree is a huge problem, bro. Huge problem. And yeah, I don't want to be any part of that. So I really like rocks in this matchup, so I can whittle down everything basically to put in range of the Lycanroc, my Midna. So I'm just gonna lead off with I led off with Metacham. Oh, disregard everything I ever said, and I expected him to be Scarf, right? So I immediately switch out into my Swampert, which is a dedicated checklist. He does go for the Deep, so at this point I'm like, okay, he's Scarf. No way he stays in on that because he dies to a high jump kick. I go for my Rocks here, which is a pretty solid play. He goes for Dragon Claw. I thought he would set up on me, but instead he goes for Dragon Claw, and I roar him out. And I go for Earthquake on Hariyama, trying to sack this thing off, and he reveals Facade, which is pretty key in this matchup. Good brain, but it's really good because this Zard now takes like 25% on entry, which is really good for things like, what's it called? Oh, whoops! Ooh, don't go last turn. Which is really good for things like Lycanroc to do things. He switches in his what's it called? His Empoleon on this thing. If I went for the high jump kick, I kind of just bopped this thing, and I really wish I high jump kicked there. I don't think it killed Hariyama from that range. I mean, it is 50% right now, so high jump kick might have been the better play, but I couldn't risk it not killing. So I go for the Zen Headbutt again because I feel like he's either Protect, he's Chople, and I don't want to risk any of that. So I predict a Protect, honestly, just straight up. I thought he was going to Protect. I go for the Zen Headbutt again, and that's the miss that put me on tilt. That miss was so big. You'll see later in the game why it was huge. Like, if I hit the Zen Headbutt, Ice Punch would kill. And he just had no switch-ins, like 0 switch-ins to a high jump kick after that. Like none. Unless it was Protect Empoleon, which he would have revealed, so I see that he's not Protect Empoleon. But if I hit that, that opens up the door for Lycanroc as well, because it's the only thing that can take a Stone Edge, a banded Stone Edge besides Hariyama, but that thing's weakened. That thing's really weakened, and Empoleon gets Drill Run to the face. Same thing with these two, they get Accelerock. And that was huge. I miss his Zen Headbutt, which is always really cool. I go into my set right here, predicting a Horn Leech, trying to see what kind of set he is. He could have Zen Headbutt here, but he doesn't reveal it. So I just go for the Poison Jab. He makes a good play into Empoleon. I just Poison Jab it, and I go for Stomping Tantrum. He reveals to be Shuckle Berry, which is a pretty good set because it bypasses Earth Power Hydreigon, which I do have, and like Drill Run on Lycanroc. So that was good. That was a good bring on his end. But he does go for the Ice Beam. I think he was predicting like the Hydreigon or something, which is a fair play. So yeah, just kill this thing with Stomping Tantrum next turn. So that's really useful. Get one Stone Edge switch in out of the way. Now here's I'm bad at the game. You guys need to realize this, okay? I'm bad at the game. And right here, I thought he would fake out and bullet punch, and I did not want to take chip on Scolipede for whatever reason. For whatever reason, I didn't want to take chip on Scolipede. When you can see right here, it does nothing besides kill the Bulu, but I have Medicham for that. And I just switch in to Medicham, and wonderful play. He just bops him with the facade. Wonderful switch in. Yeah, I know. I don't know what was going through my head. I was thinking, okay, I think he's gonna fake out or bullet punch. I don't want to take chip with Scolipede when it literally doesn't matter. Scolipede can die if it wants. Poison Jab was a roll to kill anyway. Oh my bad, I knocked the mic. I was just stupid. Okay, like Poison Jab plus Burn kills it guaranteed. At the range it was at. So I'm just stupid. I don't know why I made that play. And that ultimately, it was just stupid. So I go into my Hydreigon, try to force it out. I go for the Earth Power. This thing tanks, and I didn't want him to be Scarf. He's very good at bluffing Scarfs, by the way. This is going to be very useful information in playoffs if we do meet. That is. So he's really good at bluffing Scarfs. He bluffs it really well right there. He goes for the Hyperspace Fury, and that happens. And I just go into Lycanroc here. I have no reason not to Excel Rock. If he switches out, then that's free chip on anything. Hariyama doesn't take 2 with Rocks, Burn, and it doesn't take 2 Excel Rocks. So he's definitely going to sack this thing off. Excel Rock kills. So we get his best breaker on a team besides like Zard or something out of the way, which is really good. He goes into Hariyama, which is a big threat. I go to my Gligar as he goes for the close combat. Excel Rock didn't kill from that range ever. So that was the thing. I go back into my Lycanroc Dusk, predicting the what's it called? Predicting the Ice Punch, and I didn't want him to go for that. And I knew Excel Rock killed from this range because of minus defense. I scouted for the Ice Punch. I didn't want him to knock off my Gligar or do anything like that because I needed to handle the Bulu a little better. And he goes into Bulu. Remember when this thing was supposed to be at like 20 or 30% with Zen Headbutt? I would have Excel Rocked here or switched out and gone for Stone Edge or something, and that wins me the game, right? But instead I have to sack something, and I go into Orochimaru and he goes for a Horn Leech. He goes all the way back up to full, which is unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. And I go for the Flash Cannon into the Zard. So I have to sack something at this point, and I decided that it was going to be the Orochimaru because I believe he'll Scarf Xurkitree, so he can outspeed that. Flash Cannon was only for the Bulu, and I can still kind of beat it with Gligar plus Lycanroc, but if I hit that Zen Headbutt, this would be in range, and I'm pretty sure I won with Lycanroc every time. But yeah, I go Lycanroc because if he goes into Bulu, if he switches down to Bulu, then he can't take a Excel Rock plus Stone Edge. If I was like I don't know, Hard Rock, whatever that item is. But I understand him sacking that play, or sacking the Zard, so I go for the Excel Rock. I get a bit of HP back. Now this thing was terrifying. I was like, okay, if he has Energy Ball, he just wins here. If he's Scarf, so I go into my Gligar, and he indeed does have an Energy Ball. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, I lose. And fortunately for me, Grassy Terrain runs out, and he's not Scarfed. He bluffed it really well. Throughout all of his games, he has bluffed Choice Scarf things really well. And I just go into my Lycanroc. My only hope is to crit the Zen Headbutt, crit the Stone Edge, and kill the Bulu. And I don't. You see why that Zen Headbutt miss was so big? I was really mad. I knew the impact of that miss the moment it missed. Like, I was like, okay, it's going to be such a pain to kill Bulu. And since I sacked my Medicham for some reason, I just couldn't kill Bulu. And that results in him killing my Lycanroc. So, definitely salty about that miss, man. That just changed the course of the game entirely. We are now 1-5, I believe. 1-5. Next week's opponent is Adam, the Manchester Skarmies, I believe so. Pretty unfortunate loss there. I played like Garbo. Medicham switch in was stupid. I think I was drunk or something. I don't know. I don't know why I made that play. But I would have won if I hit the Zen Head, but obviously not salty about it. I'm just memeing about it at this point, but he played well, man. He had some really good builds. He played well bluffing Scarfs on like Koopa and Zerf, so he's really good at that. I need to stock up on my notes, boys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me, and like always, have a swell day. Peace.